Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey. He's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
We hope you are having a wonderful Sunday.
Indeed.
Sometimes I remember the days. I'm better than I was last time you heard me. If you didn't watch the game stream, I had a good game stream, but Lords of the Night was kind of rough tonight. I was feeling it, as they say. I went out with Lady Monkey today, Jack, and that was a bad idea. I see my neurologist on the 10th.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that they're going to stick me back in an MRI machine, and I'm hoping that they don't find another spot where they got to go in and fix the shit. But these pains, they're quite specific. They are quite specific, and I remember them well. And they were walking around. They're pains that make me do this. Sound like I'm taking the roughest shit of my life. And then I can't breathe at all for a second till they pass. So that'll be fun.
Yay.
On the other hand, it was nice to get out. It really was, because I don't get out all that often. And Lady Monkey says she's not taking me out anymore. Not because of the sickness or pain or anything, but because the last 2 times we've gone out, it's been rainy and cold. I'm like, it's autumn in Michigan. That's not my fault.
Right?
But apparently, yeah. I'm bringing down the weather or something. But yeah, I had a good time going out and pumpkins. Oh, thank you. This is Kyle. Hello, chat people. Monkey and Jack. Don't worry, Monkey. I'll never let you go. You know what you did, Kyle. You know what you did.
Hey, Milkman Dan's here. Hi, man. I haven't seen you in ages.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen you. How you been, man? Hope you're well. Yeah, we were playing Humans Fall Flat, which is a absolutely genius game if you're playing with friends. And Kyle was in there. And Kyle kept grabbing me and pulling me when he wasn't supposed to. I'm like, damn it, Kyle. I mean, he couldn't respond back, so it was a lot of fun.
I bet you had a blast.
I have not laughed that hard in a long, long time. I put up, I retweeted the stream because I tweeted out when we went live, but I retweeted a part that just made me laugh so hard it fucking hurt. Anyway, as I was saying, Pumpkin is coming to spend some time with me on Monday, and we walk into the store and there's this giant brownie dude. I'm like, oh, we're having brownie. So I got that, and I got her some coloring books and stuff for us to do. And yeah, it's I also bought a hard copy of Hocus Pocus because that has become Lil Butt's favorite movie.
Oh my.
I've never seen it, but she loves it to the point that that's what she is for Halloween.
Wow.
And she is the cutest little witch, dude. And her sister is also a witch. And the two of them together are amazing. They're just so cute. We were looking at Halloween costumes today, and there was a little troll one. I'm like, can we get that for the baby and just dress her up once and take a picture? That's all I want. But I didn't do that. Because, ramen money and all that. Anyway, yeah, I had a good day until, we got home, and by then the pains were just, too much. And I told Lady Monkey, I'm just going to go lay down. Sent the guys a message asking them to take over the show. And then I woke up at 10 till. And I looked at my messages to see who was doing it. And they canceled. I'm like, oh, no. Got to be there for the people. So I came and did the show. And I enjoyed it. There's a thing in me, Jack, and I can't explain it. Doing these shows, I'm compelled to do them.
I know what that's called. It's called boredom.
Perhaps. But you've seen it before, where I'll be like, okay, I'm not doing a Monkey in the Morning, and then one pops up anyway.
Yep. You do that with game streams all the time.
I'm compelled, and it's certainly not money related, although these guys, our audience is fucking awesome. You guys really are. And I'm not trying to suck up to you, so you'll give me some money, But you guys are amazing. You support us. YouTube doesn't.
Yeah.
But it was like that before we even had super chats and stuff, Jack. If you go way back to the early days of Lords of the Night, super chats hadn't been introduced yet. And yeah, even then, it's like, I just got to go at least try to entertain the people. I'm a circus monkey. It's what I do. Work ethic. It sure as fuck ain't that, I don't think. If it was, this would be a whole lot more professional. Shut up, Jack.
I'm just here. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what you did. They don't know what you did, but you know what you did. I heard that judgmental, Caramon, thank you. I am suddenly compelled. Well, I appreciate it. The power of monkey compels you. It's a good time to remind you we're brought to you by you. If you enjoy the show, please hit the like button. Please share. And if you can and are so inclined, please throw shekels at me and Jack. We enjoy eating.
Indeed.
We like to eat. It's your need for attention. Circus, that might be part of it. No, you know what the bigger part of it is, Jack? At least for me. My audience has been so loyal for so long. Even before the show started, these guys many of them have been there since the beginning.
Oh yeah.
And they're amazing. And I love them for it. And I want to give them something to watch. It's called narcissism. No, I got plenty of ways to get attention. Otherwise, I can just go annoy my wife. Shrouded Angel, thank you. The power of monkey compelled me to donate. I appreciate that. I do. Remember, guys, if Hunter Biden has $5 for crack, you have $5 you can donate. Should we talk about that briefly?
Oh, absolutely.
So, I forget the guy's name.
Hunter Biden?
No, the guy who did the drop.
I don't remember.
There's a guy who runs a website, and he started dropping a whole bunch of Hunter Biden stuff. Thank you, Dark Resurrect. Howdy, Monk, Jack, and Chat Hooligans. How are we? We're well so far.
Hi. Yeah.
This guy came out. I haven't seen any of the pictures. I haven't seen any of the videos, and I don't want to. But apparently they show Hunter Biden doing various different illicit drugs and banging prostitutes. This guy came out and said there's 10,000 pictures and many videos still coming.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got them. He probably got them from that hard drive that we all know exists.
Oh, yeah. That's my guess.
Yeah, if there was that one video on there, I'm guessing there's a shit ton more. Thank you, Milkman Dan. Fine, here's my crack money. Thank you so much. It's very kind. Sorry about the crack. I do need to say this. When it comes to Hunter Biden, you do need to be fair. Because Hunter Biden being a shitty person really doesn't have anything to do with his father. Unless his father helped cover any of this up. What's more important about his father is the emails that we know happened. The ones that implicate Joe Biden in payment schemes from the Chinese. That's where the real Biden part of this angle is. The rest of it is just salacious,
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help him. It makes him look like a bad dad.
Well, I guess.
And it's not helping his campaign at all.
No. Having a crackhead son usually doesn't do a whole lot for you.
As a general rule, yeah. So
I'm trying to find an article that I wanted to talk about too in relation to Hunter. Keep going. I'm sorry.
No, it's sad because Hunter is such a loser.
Yes.
And his dad really doesn't seem to have tried to help him too much. I'm sure he has, but it just makes him look. It makes everybody in this situation look bad.
They just keep throwing him into rehab.
Yeah, at some point you got to cut him off.
All right, I want to talk about this article. It's from MSNBC, and it's. Did you see the picture? Does this look like an appropriate hug or whatever? We'll look at that picture in a second, but do you notice he kind of looks like Two-Face? Like this half of his face is happy and this half is not.
Yeah. It looks like a fake smile, like the kind of thing you're forced to do when somebody's like, all right, get up here. We got to take a picture. Fine.
Yeah, it's creepy. I just noticed it when I saw that picture. But this one right here, does this look like an appropriate father-son interaction to you? And this led to a whole bunch of memes. There were many of them were great.
No, that looks really creepy. Also, thank you, Milkman Dan, for the donation. Jokes on monkey. I already have crack. Thank you, Dan.
Now, I have no problem with a father hugging his son and kissing him on the cheek. What makes this creepy is Hunter staring into the camera.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like a concentration camp victim or a prisoner of war. Like right before the ISIS beheads you, like that. Okay, I'm doing this. It's scary and awkward and weird.
I'd say I hug my sons all the time. My one son is staying with us because his at college they went to strictly online classes. So rather than keep a place over there, he just is staying here and doing them online. And I hug him all the time. And every time I see my other son, when they come over, he gets a big old hug. I hug my children. There's nothing wrong with a dad hug, but that is creepy as fuck. And it's because it is entirely staged fucking photo.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, make it look like you actually care about him. Where what he's really whispering is, I wish you were Bo.
Yeah.
He's not kissing him. He's whispering in his ear, I wish you were Bo.
That one surprised me. But look at Hunter's arm placement. It looks unnatural. That's totally posed.
And
I took a lot of photography classes over the years, and that's an awkward, forced, when you're like, hey, stand next to each other, and somebody's got their shoulders kind of up because they don't want to be next to those people. Mm-hmm. That's what this is. It's that forced, okay, I will assume a position. It looks robotic and fake. And I kind of feel bad for Hunter on one level, but he is a really big idiot, so it's hard to really maintain that.
He is a grown-ass man for a long time. He needs to get his shit in order.
Yeah, and he has it. Oh, thank you, Circus Zero, for the donation. There is a photo that came out with Nancy Pelosi's son and some young, and I mean young, Asian child, and saying there's more coming out soon.
Oh.
Ooh, that's not good. I heard there were pictures of Hunter with, or that Hunter had a bunch of Asian kids on his hard drive. We read that story, I think, on air.
Yeah, there's some issues with Hunter.
Yeah, but if that's true, that's pretty rough. I think we're going to see a lot of really sketchy stuff getting leaked now.
Stunlock says, I knew a guy who kissed his 14-year-old son on the lips. It was weird to see. Didn't hurt my liking guy and guy kissing, though. I understand that.
Oh, yeah. You can see anybody kissing anybody, and it can be really awkward and creepy. And it won't put you off of, jerking it to something you find hot.
But for me personally, like even little butt, I don't really kiss her on the lips. I kiss her on the cheek now. When they're little, 2 and 3, and they're learning to give little kisses. It's so cute. But then it's like, yeah, give me your cheek. And even with my daughter, I used to, because my daughter she stopped kissing me on the lips, God, really young. And I'd say, kiss my cheek, and I have to turn and quickly give her a kiss. And it was just something we did till she was like 5 or 6. And then after that, like, no, we'll just kiss the cheeks. That's fine. Yeah,
because it's not sexual. It's not creepy and weird. It's a normal response to your children. But that looked uncomfortable for everyone involved.
Yeah, and it was. And everyone who had to see it.
Yeah, including us.
I don't think it makes them weird. Him kissing his granddaughter is like 14 or 15, whatever, on the lips. The way that was, but it's another one of those things where it's like he comes from an older generation and that's something they did.
I suppose, but that it's still creepy and weird.
It's creepy, yeah. But as for Hunter, sticking to him for just a minute, do be aware. I mean, it's not Joe who's smoking crack and banging hookers. It's his son. So it's not a reason to really hate Joe. And again, unless there's proof that he was helping cover it up or something. Chibs, thank you. There's also a diary entry from Biden's daughter from her much younger years saying she was inappropriately touching her. They have the diary and audio. Oh, that Hunter was?
Well, that accusation was out, like that they wouldn't let him around a certain relative. That could be who they were talking about.
And there was the was it a text exchange where that was from him that was that referenced it?
Yeah, because they were afraid he'd be walking around naked smoking crack.
Yeah, in front of a 14-year-old.
Yeah, because that's super freaking creepy.
Chib says that Biden was touching her. Joe? Oh, I didn't hear anything about that.
Well, there's only 2 weeks left, so if they're gonna drop that shit, better get on it.
Anthrax says my daughter's 14, and yeah, I feel better with cheek kisses, and I like them because me and my daughter, it was she would kiss my cheek and then I'd kiss hers. It was almost the European thing, but only on one cheek, and it was actual love and not just fruity French shit. Sorry, that's not nice. The French are good people when they're not.
Are they
French?
They're not French. Yeah.
Look, we owe a lot to the French. They owe us a lot as well. But remember, we wouldn't be the United States of America without them.
Yeah, we repaid that debt on Normandy. Okay.
We did, but we still can't erase what happened. You know, I still got a special affinity for them.
I don't know. I've met too many French people that were like,
no, I get
like you.
I get you, but there's still a special place in my heart. I mean, Lafayette all the way. Without him and Rochambeau, man, we wouldn't be here. We just wouldn't.
Yeah, but those were more recruits than anything else.
But they were the ones who helped get the French over here, and of course Jefferson going over there, and yeah. So, I mean, we still owe them, man. Just as a. We should be on a much better terms with the French than we are with the British, and we're just not. Because we both started, and they didn't start that way. They'd been at war with the British for so long, but that was a mutual thing that helped both of us finally get the British to leave us the fuck alone. And we should have bonded over that. Instead, they turned towards the Germans. What's with that, Frenchies?
Who knows?
What's with that? Anyway, to be fair, I don't think the French care for Americans either. I get that. I mean, maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe Normandy just canceled it out. We're just free of each other. But I can't help it. I have a small affinity. Not the French Canadians, because they're Canadians. Let the Canadians have their place, man. Go back to France if you want to be French. Just saying. I feel like they're invaders is what they are, and they should have to go home. Go back to France land, Frenchies.
Yeah, stop trying to steal Canada.
Welcome to History Lessons with Monkey and Jack.
Right?
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. Yeah. So Circus sent me that picture that was outed, and yeah, that girl looks young.
Caramon says mutual hatred does not a friendship make. It can. And we were friendly with them at the time. We were. Then they had their revolution and things all went to shit.
Well, they had to have a second revolution to stop the first one. That should kind of tell you a little bit about where you went wrong.
Yeah. You guys should have embraced your American brothers. We would have helped you with some of that shit.
Yeah, we could have helped you build a fun revolution, not a murderous rampage.
BG said we just lost any Cajun listeners. No, you know what? We do need to talk about them because we have the Frenchies down in the French Quarter down there in New Orleans area of Louisiana. I like them because they're like French rednecks. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, they're different. They're Americanized, so we made them better.
They're. I don't think there's any Americans I don't like. So, are they? Well, I mean, racists. But I mean, like any group, like Cajuns or California. Even California. I don't hate California. I'm from California, for fuck's sake. I just wish they'd clean up their shit. Stop being. Get rid of the commies over there.
Right? And stop shutting the power off.
Yeah, if you live in California in certain areas, your power went off or is going off 10 a.m. tomorrow and might be back by noon on Monday.
Might be.
Because they can't figure out how to stop forest fires around power lines. Thank you. Syphilis. Am I saying that right? Syphilis. A little late, but Hunter looks like Frank from the first Hellraiser movie. I can see that a little bit. Yeah. Anthrax says, I'm from Cali. I won't go back there. I would love to go back. But I'd like the state to be cleaned up first. San Diego is a beautiful city. It's where I'm from. And it really is. It's beautiful. It's going to be destroyed, though, because it's being run by a bunch of commie shitbags. And there's not much you can really do about it because it's mostly LA and San Francisco, your big hubs of population running the state, and they get to make all the decisions of who gets to run the state. That's why several people want to break California up. Yeah. Northern California is like, fuck those people. We don't want to be part of them anymore. It is funny, Jack, that these Democrats, they want to make Puerto Rico a state and Washington, D.C. a state. They don't want to make Northern California its own state. Wonder why that is.
Yeah, they might vote differently.
Might break up that blue wall across the West Coast. Yeah, the left coast isn't all left, guys. It's just the population centers, just like most states.
Well, I think at some point they're going to have to break it up just because there's too much differences there.
I get you, but California's not going to let go of them. They'd have to probably have a war over it. I do love the people. DC needs to be a state. It has so many people in it. Like, you need to read the Constitution.
What's that?
Frank Hubbard, thank you. Good morning. Beautiful Sunday morning. Good morning, sir. I need to check my dude. Cirque, send me that picture. You said Cirque sent it to you, right?
Yeah. Send
me that, would you, Cirque? Cirque sends me a lot of stuff. He's a good guy. Oh, he sent this the other day as we were talking about it, and I didn't go over to my Twitter and missed it. But this is the poll I was talking about with the likely voter job approval from blacks for Trump. This should scare the ever-living fuck out of Democrats. That's a lot. And this is before people. This is before 50 Cent comes out for Trump.
Right.
Thank you, Cirque. Oh my.
Right? That girl looks really young. Like they have to release a statement on what that's about. There better be context.
That better be, a little girl's birthday party that he was at. Oh, yeah, that's a young girl. Right. Look, Asians look young, but that is a young girl. That's not. No, she's Asian. She just looked. That girl's like 8. tops, maybe 10.
Yeah, maybe. But
thank you,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
Oh, good God. Anyway, more states were added. With the American flag get more stars? Yes. The stars represent the state, so absolutely. Drop the link. It's not a link. It's a picture. Well, was that a link? I didn't pay attention.
No, it's just an image.
Yeah. I want to talk about my own personal drama going on right now. So, guys, this is the drama portion of the show. If you don't like that stuff, well, shut up. I mean, go get a drink. That you feel motherfucker's still going over there on Twitter.
Seriously?
Seriously. This shit, when did that start? It's got to have been almost a week ago, right?
Oh, it's got to be close.
See, I can actually scroll back and tell you when that started. Every time I scroll through my timeline and see that coyote shit, it makes me laugh my ass off. Wait, did he say coyotes were bringing kids across the border? Fucking idiots.
I know, it's funny. I showed my mom that picture of the coyote with the baby in the towel carrying it across. And she's like, what is that, the Mexican stork? And I was like, yes, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, this started on the 21st. And sorry, somebody asked me for that picture, and it's somebody I will send it to. Sorry, guys, there's some things I won't send to some people and some that I will send. There you go. Anyway, started on the 21st. So we're 5 days in now.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, on that night, we'd done A Monkey in the Morning, where I was talking about Shu. And her video response to Sargon, who had made a video about her. And in my comments, I was in no way rude or mean to her. The closest I come is saying that I disagree with some of the stuff she says. And I think I made 2 points that I disagree with specifically, Jack. And that was it. And I moved on with the show. It was like 15, 20 minutes, a small segment of the show. And this stupid motherfucker tags Vosh and I forget what they call Big Papa Jake or whatever the fuck his name is on Twitter. Jake from the Bible Reloaded. Or was it Bible Reloaded? Or I think that's who they were. Anyway, the atheist people who've dropped way off because the atheism thing has mostly died out on Twitter or on YouTube. Tagged these bigger people to come get us, Jack, because we were mean. We were mean to Shu.
I don't know what this we shit is because I wasn't even here and he tagged me in it.
Well, that's the weird part about it, because he specifically tags you. The Jack Cochran and Ranting Monkey are talking about Shu again. Like, Jack wasn't even here, you stupid shit. Because, guys, Jack wasn't here. You came in like almost, 30 minutes, an hour later?
Yeah, it was after you had already like moved on to other stuff.
The start of this starts out with him saying, you know what? I can put that up on the screen. If I can get back to it easily. There we go. It says more Trumpist Jack Cochran and Monkey thirsting over Shu on head and lamenting that their perception of her was wrong the entire time. Cry face. The conservatives' fixation with her is so gross.
First of all, I've never been subscribed to Shu. I'm not thirsting after her. I don't find her particularly attractive. I know that's surprising. She's not my type. She's not nearly Asian enough, and Boxy was hotter. I'm sorry, Shu. It's just a fact.
Here's the thing. She's not my type either. One, she does look too young for me because she looks rather young. She's also incredibly skinny, which you like, I don't. She has brown hair, but everybody knows I like curly brown hair. This isn't shit we've hidden, Jack. We've been quite open with our likes.
Yeah, I'll tell you if I think you're hot. And she's cute. She's just not my type.
Yeah, she's not ugly. She's just not my type. But anyway, yeah, we're just gross. And from there, he goes on to call me a pedo.
Yeah. Real fast. Thank you, Frank, for the donation. Someone needs to remind all of them that they're black. Yeah, well, they haven't done a good job of that. The polls are reflecting it.
Well, the problem is they do keep trying to remind them they're black, and we know, and we also know you ain't done shit for us.
Yeah, that's not going to stop them from quadrupling down on, you're black, right?
Right.
Idiots.
But somebody accused Eufio here of being a white knight, and this was his response. I'm definitely not a white knight, just putting the spotlight on a creep who has pedo tendencies.
Wow, that's libelous.
Now, anybody who's heard those two tweets together, and there's no other context in between them, none, would automatically assume, if you're not a fucking moron, that he's suggesting that I'm a pedo for, what was he, thirsting after shoe.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Dark Resurrect, thank you. But remember, they are a monolith, right? Remember, yeah, there's no diversity there. Just ask Joe Biden. Fuck. Is he saying she was under 18? Well, he goes on. I mean, I can't go through the whole thing because there's branches and branches to this whole fucking mess. But he accuses me of, he says it's not Shu after people point out Shu's like almost 30 or is 30.
Right.
And he goes on to say that I talk sexually to girls between the ages of 17 and 21.
You mean adults?
Again, to my knowledge, I've never said anything inappropriate to a 17-year-old online ever. I know for a fact I've never done it in person. But to my knowledge, unless they were younger than I thought they were. That's it. But he goes on to claim that one of these young girls contacted him and told him that I was inappropriate in DMs.
Yeah.
And that against, yeah, no shit. Against that girl's will, he tried to report me. Like what? Because he said that somebody contacted him and told him this. And everybody's like, why the fuck would anybody contact you with this? And I'm not being mean here, but he's only got like 56 followers right now. How many followers has he got right at this moment?
I don't know. Like
at this moment, he has 46 followers. Why in the ever-loving fuck would you take something like Ranting Monkey was sexually harassing me to somebody with 46 fucking followers?
Unless it was your best friend, nobody.
Yeah. Now, there's only two girls that I can think of, Jack, that I've spoke to at any kind of length in DMs who would be even close to that age. And you feel if you want me to, I will go ask them if they're your source. And it's not like I have to hide it. Everybody knows who it is. It's Weibo and SDA. And I'm having trouble with thinking either one of them went to Eufio. Like, yeah, he was so sexually inappropriate to me in DMs.
They're both in their 20s.
Nico, I'm going to get to that. He said he brought up his dead fiance when I went at him. Yeah, we'll get to that. We will get to that. Thank you for the donation. Ex-Bubba Hotep, thank you. Laugh my ass off. I have more followers than him. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, yeah. If you were a young lady who wanted to get me in trouble for my supposed sexual harassment, you could go to Vosh himself. I mean, I'm probably not big enough for Vosh to take a swing at, but there's other lefties that would enjoy that, who actually, do YouTube work. The fuck would you go to some rando who has 46 followers? Well, from there, it has branched off even weirder, Jack. Yesterday, he basically accused P-Dog Knight of being a white supremacist.
Yep, that was funny.
For those of you in chat who are unfamiliar with P-Dog Knight, you should really go check out his channel. He does a morning show called the Morning Night Live over on P-Dog Knight. And he does that at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Check it out. He's a good guy. He's also black. He's black.
Like noticeably black. Like if you see that guy, you're like, that dude's black.
Yeah. Thank you, Frank. Sounds like he's thirsting after Shu. I mean, if she had low enough standards, I can ignore her commie tendencies, but hey, it's been a while. No, again, I think Shu's pretty. She's just not my type. And that's all right, guys. You're allowed to have a type.
Yeah.
You know who's my type, Jack? Lady Monkey.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
She's short. She has curly black hair. It's not black. It's dark brown hair. And she's got a nice ass. Yeah. I thirst after my wife. You can ask her that. The other day, Jack, I was lying in bed in so much pain I couldn't move. But there's a mirror on the dresser that's right on my side of the bed that points towards her side of the bed. And she comes in to put on her nightgown and everything, and I'm facing the mirror. Normally, if she came in like that and I wasn't hurt, I would turn over and comment on her boobs. It's what I do every night, every time I see him. True story. You can ask her. But I'm laying there and I can't move. And I went, can you turn towards the mirror so I can see your boobs? Which, by the way, she did not do. Anyway. Yeah, I thirst after my wife. So from there, Jack, it gets even weirder. Because in his conversation with P-Dog makes a comment about the guy's mom or something like that. A generic comment.
Yeah.
To which this guy comes back and makes a crack about P-Dog's dad. And P-Dog's like, you should probably read my pinned tweet, because his pinned tweet talks about his dad passing recently. To which this degenerate motherfucker says, you mean the tweet? And I should bring it up to get it, the whole thing.
Just gonna make you angrier.
Oh God, it's so fucking disgusting. This piece of shit. Where's his tweet? Oh, you're referring to the recently deceased deadbeat dad?
See, now when you say stuff like that, it sounds kind of racist on one level. And on the other hand, he's just trying to get P-Dog angry. And that's a good way to do it, I would think.
Well, somebody points out what a shithead he is, to which he responds, well, he brought up my mom and she died of COVID. Nobody knew that, shithead. But then it gets weirder, because Nico gets in an argument with him. And I want to find the one, where's it at? This one. So Nico says to him, just admit you want in Shu's pants and get over it. Your fixation on this issue is quite weird and pathetic, to say the least. You were hoping to get the bread tube sphere into going after Ranting Monkey, but fell flat on your face in the process. Did you hear anything in that statement about fiancés?
No.
All right. This is what he came back with. Well, since my fiance died in March, I'm still in mourning, but thank you for referencing that. The fuck?
It was in there in the invisible lines.
I was like, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. We can literally read it. It's right fucking there. But yeah, this guy, now he's into bringing up dead family and girlfriends. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? We are 5 days on, and now you're bringing in dead people as weapons to use against people who didn't say fuck all about it, and you're blaming them for it. I feel like one of my toys on Twitter is broken.
Yeah.
Wolf says it sounds like he's going for sympathy. Oh, that was my thought too. He has tried so hard to get anybody to give a fuck about what he's saying. There's a reason he accused me of being a pedophile, because that usually brings tons of people. The problem is there's absolutely zero evidence of that. None.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't fucking exist. Caramon, thank you. Anyone believe he was ever dating a human? Look, he may have had I don't know. I do not know, but I do know this. When you start out the conversation by accusing somebody of being a pedophile with no fucking proof because it never fucking happened, sympathy is going to be something you're going to find a lack of. Frank, thank you. Was the fiance the mom? I don't know. Could have been. He goes on to call the people who follow me degenerates for bringing up the dead people in his life.
As a degenerate, I demand all of you stop appropriating my culture.
Nuts says, and people pounced on him when he called you that. Yeah, they did. But the reason I wanted to bring this up, other than the fact that it's interesting to me because I'm a part of it, those of you who are getting involved, I appreciate the support. I do. But understand, this guy is a lying shitbag who will literally say anything right now. So be careful. He's a lying shitbag who will. Dark Resurrect said, also accusing you of all people. Really? I know. I've. Oof. Well,
you got to remember that he misinterprets everything that's said on the show.
I don't think he misinterprets it. I don't think he listens and he just lies.
Well, there's that too. So, like the fact that he even tried to drag me into a conversation I was never a part of.
Yeah.
He clearly didn't watch most of that show, if any of it. He probably saw the thumbnail and that I was here, but he didn't realize that I wasn't here for that entire bit. And just assumed the worst, that, you were being awful to Shu, and we're both like, ha, ha, ha. No, nobody did that. And
Nico, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Nico says, I'm aware, Ranting Monkey, I hate people like him. And I get that, I do. Here's the thing. I have probably thousands of hours of audio to at least prove my case, and there's nobody out there. I have all of my DMs, Jack. I don't get rid of them. So I have all of this stuff. How many of you have that?
Yeah.
This is a little shithead, and he does have followers who will help jump in every now and then. So look, even Losar, me and Losar don't get along at all, but apparently even he jumped in like, not monkey. No, stop it. When Losar's on my side, you fucked up.
Yeah, he's just fishing for attention, and he secretly loves the show and doesn't want to admit it.
I think he really thought that either Vosh or Jake would go, oh, let's go get Monkey. Because why? If you actually listen to what we said, there's no reason to attack me for what I said.
No,
there's none. I think fair. Some people thought I was actually being too kind. That was in the comments. That I was being too nice. I was just giving my honest opinion of what I thought. And for those of you who missed that, I think probably the issue is that there was a lot of You know what, Jack? I was thinking about this last night. I think it's a problem. I think it's the after effects of Atheism Plus. Because for those of you who don't know, atheism was this thing on YouTube, and it blew up big, and a lot of people got famous on it. And a couple of morons decided what they needed was Atheism Plus. And Atheism Plus, the plus was feminism at first, and then it became or what do they call it? Intersectional. They wanted to go full-blown SJW with atheism, and most of the atheists were, I don't want to do that. And it caused this rift where you had to, that's where the skeptics came from. It breaking up. And I think a lot of the skeptics that came out of that, people like Shu, excuse me, for instance, and this goes right into Gamergate around that same time. I think a lot of them even though they were left, they saw the moronics that were going on and thought, that would be more fun to go after than discussing their own politics. If you go back, she didn't discuss a lot of her politics. She made fun of stupid shit. What's her most famous thing? The wage gap. You can be a liberal and think the wage gap is stupid. All you got to do is be able to read a graph. So that's what I think happened. I think she was mostly as liberal as she is now all along. I do think she's gotten a little more liberal. But I think the communication problem there is that people just assume because she was against things like the wage gap and manspreading that she was like, oh, she must also support Trump. She's been a Bernie girl probably as long as I've been watching her. If you paid attention, she would mention that she supported Bernie. Poker, thank you so much. Clean garage and wife is mad, 2 a.m. What do I do? Get naked and go in there and start arguing with her.
Or alternately, just ask her to stop being mad, please.
You ever see that Bill Engvall bit?
No.
He says a friend of his said the next time your wife wants to argue, he goes, just tell her that you guys should get naked and argue naked. He goes, that'll put an end to it immediately. And so the next time his wife got mad at him, he's like, well, we should get naked and argue. She's like, why? He goes, just let's get naked and argue. She's like, fine. She takes off her stuff. She gets naked and she goes, you wanted to argue naked? Let's argue naked. And she just kept going. Did not work at all. Look, take a look at what happened, whatever she's mad at. If it was your fault, apologize. If it wasn't, let her cool off a little bit and discuss it. Look, there's a lot of times immediately I know it's my fault because I have a short fuse, Jack. I try very hard not to use it, but little things will set me off. And I it's not like I yell or anything. I just get, what's the word here? Bitchy, kind of. And I'll snap at Lady Monkey and then I'll go brood for a little bit. And it's like, shit, I was wrong. I got to go out there and apologize. Damn it. So I put my pride away and I go out there and I apologize. You need to be able to do that because when she's wrong, she does the same thing. If she's wrong, I will not go out there and fucking apologize. So set boundaries like that, man.
As a single person, I don't have these problems. So I just sit and look at all my cool stuff that didn't get thrown away by somebody that's going to take the other half of it later. Yeah.
I hope it works out, man. But yeah, there's not much you can do except for try to talk. And if that doesn't work, let her cool off, man. Cooling off periods are an amazing thing, Jack.
That's what they tell me. Poker said that got up at 8 p.m. to clean the garage, and now she's pissed. That's one of the only times you ever hear about women being angry that somebody did cleaning.
Right. Yeah, sorry to hear it went that way. Is she just mad because you're still up, or is it 2 a.m. there? Because it's 4 here. Tell her to go back to sleep and go crawl into bed, and you guys wake up in the morning and talk about it. Had COVID for the last 4 days and need in bed. You do?
Yeah, you should go back to bed then.
Go lay down, motherfucker.
Yeah, stop doing stuff. You're not going to help your situation any. Everybody knows if you're sick, don't do a bunch of stuff. Just take it easy. It sucks, but you got to rest up.
Yeah, sorry, man. You just put me on her side. Go lay the fuck down, man.
Come on, man.
Go apologize to her. Explain why you felt the need to do it, and promise you will rest, dumbass. I don't mean to be mean, but dumbass, go lay down. Feeling great, been in bed for 4 days. You know what? And that's how you end up with the worst parts of stuff because you feel a little bit. Go lay the fuck down.
Yeah, you got to give it couple extra days to make sure it's out of your system.
Good God, man. Look, I understand because I'm the same way and I get in trouble for the same things, but there's certain things you don't fuck with. If I have a cold, Jack, I'll do that. When I had the flu, fuck that. My ass stayed in bed until it was like, all right, it's passed. And then, you know what, Poker? Listen to me. If you're tired of being in bed, don't go clean the garage. Go sit on the couch and watch a movie. For fuck's sake. Good God.
You know what works really well is you can sit around and play with her boobs and tell her, you know, hey, if I get to play with your boobs for a while, I won't go out in the garage and clean. And then not only are you resting, you get to play with boobs.
Yeah, you should have mentioned that COVID first, man. You were tricking us there. How dare you?
Yeah, I'm kind of on her side. You should be resting. I know it sucks because you are feeling better, but that doesn't mean you are better.
Yeah, just take another, taking my ass to bed. Look, we love you. Thank you for watching, but go get some sleep, man. The world will be here when you get back.
It'll probably be even crazier and you can catch up on all of it.
The important thing is for you to get back, for fuck's sake. Go lay down.
Don't make things worse. You can listen to us in bed.
Look, gentlemen, I know too many guys like this. Like I said, including myself. It's okay. It's amazing that when we are, and ladies, you can back me up on this. When we're only a little bit sick, we are the biggest fucking babies. Ask the women. Women, give me a 1 if what I'm saying is true. When a man is a little bit sick, we are the biggest fucking babies. When we're really sick, we're like, no, I can still do it.
Yeah.
Love all of you. Hopefully the wife doesn't hate me. She doesn't hate you, man. She's mad at you because she loves you, dumbass.
She's worried.
And I'm sorry to keep calling you a dumbass, but dumbass, go get in bed and apologize. Tell her you're sorry. You were feeling better. You thought you should do it, and you realize that you probably shouldn't have. And go lay down. She doesn't hate you. She loves you, man. That's what that is. Don't mistake it.
And worse, you're probably spreading COVID all over the garage.
Yeah, you might want to stay out of the garage for a couple of days. Fuck, dude. I hope you feel better, though. I really do. Hope you feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ladies, see. Yeah, it's amazing. I do it. I know I do. When I'm just a little sick, I'm the biggest fucking whiner. Well, like, take tonight, man. I shouldn't have done that show. I should have just stayed in bed and felt better before I got up. But I felt I had to go do it. If I was just a little bit, I would have been like, no, I'll just stay in bed. It's just too much. Yeah, men, we're really weird about that shit. Yeah, go lay down, Poker. Get off the day. Stop talking to us. God damn it, he's not listening to us, Jack.
He said he's going to bed. He's probably on his phone.
He said that a couple of times.
It's on his phone. You can walk and text.
Go get your ass in bed. We'll see you next time. Go rest, man. Fuck. Tell her you love her. Thank you. We love you back. We do. But go tell her you love her and apologize. Silly man. We are kind of stupid when it comes to that shit, Jack. Now you're a single man, so I don't know if you do that, but if you're a married man, you fucking definitely you've done that.
I mostly stay in bed.
Caramon says votes cast by all 3 female listeners. I was looking the other day. This channel actually has 13% female viewership.
Wow.
I was surprised it was that high.
I think we're all surprised it's that high. On
the game channel, it's 3%. Apparently the ladies don't. See, I told you. Thank you. Thank you all. He's taken. Go to bed. We'll see you. We'll see you. You'll be fun. You'll go get better, for fuck's sake, man.
Yeah,
COVID's
man.
not one you want to fuck with.
Yeah, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, us men, we're silly about that kind of shit. And you know what we end up doing most of the time? Prolonging it. Let your body rest. It's okay.
Yeah, with this, you don't want to do that because it looks like, from what I was reading, that when you start feeling better, that's your danger zone. So,
Mr. Dax just said it. You get a burst of energy when fevers break.
Yeah.
Fevers just kick the shit out of your body, and when it's over, it's like, But your body's not like, no, dude, Don't get up yet. Go lay back down. We killed what was doing it, but you still need to rest to get rid of the effects. Yeah, it's that's not a good time to be fucking around with things. And again, that goes for any illness. So RJ says fevers beat you like a bitch. There are a few things that I hate more than fevers, Jack, because they just kill me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm gonna be, and I always know, I can tell when it happens. Largely because I've been sick a lot in my life. But I can feel it. I know the feeling of it. I'm like, baby, I need a thermometer. I'm gonna go die in bed for a while. And they put me on steroids. He's still here. Dude, turn this off. Well, are you laying down in bed? You better be in fucking bed right now. I'm kicking COVID's bitch ass, though. That's fine. Do you have a TV in your room? Can you get Netflix on your phone? Whatever. Lay down in bed and just relax. Catch up on old movies. Watch comedy specials. Do something in bed. Or at the very least on the couch. Man. People don't listen to us, Jack.
Well, they do, and then they ignore us. It's sort of like being married.
Go out, Grandpa, mug on it. I do this with my own sons because I see when they do it too. Like, go lay your ass down. You will be fine. The world will be here when you get back. Go lay the fuck down. And there's times you don't mess with it. Seriously. Both cars are out of the garage. Got to park them in this. Oh.
No, they can stay out. Let the wife park them for that matter.
Look, if he has to park them right now. Right now. Stop listening right now. Go do it. And then go take your ass to bed and go talk to your fucking wife, dude. Seriously. You're just getting yourself in more trouble, for fuck's sake. He's killing me, man. He's killing me. Anyway, we're going to move on. Seriously, go lay down, though. Parking them now, you fuck. Good. And then go park you. Fuck, man. Love you back, man. I hope you feel better. I really do.
Absolutely.
Breaking a sweat means the danger's past. Not always. Not always. Yeah, it can. You need to stay in bed and rest a little bit after that. So, what else has been going on? Have we found out any more about the Mark Kelly accusation?
I haven't seen anything else on it, but that doesn't mean much.
Mark Kelly, he's running for the Senate in Arizona against us. I forget her first name, but I know her name is McSally. And he's the isn't he the husband of Giffords? Isn't that who he is?
Might be.
I know he was an astronaut and shit, but I don't remember why else he got famous. Isn't he? I want to say he's Gabby Gifford's husband. I could be wrong on that. They said yep in chat. Okay, that's what I thought. So he's running on the fact that his wife got shot and he was an astronaut. And the site who broke the news that Northam was in blackface, and there was another story that he broke, I forget, but they came out and announced that for Halloween one year, Mark Kelly dressed up as Hitler. Now, there's no actual confirmation because the picture is kind of blurry. And they did it based kind of on the head shape and the fact that he was wearing some sunglasses that he's seen wearing in another picture on his yearbook page. But there's several people who've come out and immediately said, no, that wasn't him. Like, okay, who was it?
It was Hitler, clearly.
Nobody has answered that question yet. Which again doesn't mean it's him, but it's weird that there's a few people who've come out and immediately say, it's not him. We know it's not him. Well, who is it? What did Mark dress as that year? You guys have this vivid memory that that's not him, and from that blurry picture, you know it's not him. Well, who was it?
You know, what's sad is somebody will probably do one of those facial recognition comparisons to find out if it's him, because the internet's full of people that are like, oh yeah, let's find out for sure then.
Right. Sir says Sarah's awake. He's got to go spend time with her. Tell her we said hi.
Hi. Yeah. Have fun.
I haven't seen Sarah in a while. Hope she's well.
Yeah. While we're distracted, thank you, Frank, for the donation. I disagree. Most guys I know ignore when sick because we have bills to pay. Then the sickness keeps getting worse and worse. Then it's hospital time. We've all done that one. If you haven't, just wait. You will.
I've done that with pneumonia twice and the flu. So yeah. I understand. Yeah, that first pneumonia, 5 days in the hospital. Oops.
Yeah, don't push yourself like that, people. Just don't.
That one was horrible, Jack. I go into the hospital and I finally tell my wife, I gotta go. I gotta go to the hospital. And so we go to the hospital and I was so sick and so dehydrated they couldn't get the fucking IV started. They poked me like 13 times. And they go to do the what turned out to be the final one. I actually cried. I'm like, please don't let them do it again. It hurts so bad.
Yeah. Oh, when they dig around, especially. You get a nurse that's bad at that. Oh man, I've come close to walking out of hospitals when they try that shit. Like, look, I'll go to another hospital if you're trying to murder me, guys.
Yeah. I think the nurses were fine, but they finally sent over like this nurse. I got this. And she was the one who did it. And she did. They blew veins in the back of my right hand, my right wrist, my right elbow, my left hand, the left wrist, and they finally got it into the left elbow.
Well, have you seen that cool new machine they've got that it's like a red light that makes the veins light up like a purple or blue color?
No.
That's awesome. I got to see that last time I was at the hospital. And oh my God, it was cool, so cool. It was just this red light, the plastic thing that went over, like you stick your arm, it's open, so you can put your arm through. It's around the arm of the chair, and it just lights up all your veins. It was so cool looking. Well,
they could see I've been told I have really thick skin when they try to do those. That was the only time they ever had trouble actually getting it in, though, and I was incredibly dehydrated, apparently. It's amazing what a fever will do for you.
Virgil said that's called going on a fishing trip in the heroin world. Trying to find a vein. But no, it was really cool. I called it vampire vision because it made all your veins pop out.
My doctor actually told me, he said, you're actually on the downside of this pneumonia. That's how long I'd waited to go to the hospital. But being asthmatic, he goes, I'm still putting you in. I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it. I don't care. It was actually cheaper for me that way, Jack, because the insurance I had at the time, if I was admitted through the emergency room, it was covered 100%. We had really good insurance at that place for a while. Thank you, Corey, who says, yeah, you can imagine how many IVs I had to get. At some point, they just gave me a permanent port. Yeah, I imagine so. You had cancer, dude. That'll do it.
Yeah.
When mom was allowed to come out of the hospital between treatments for I think it was like a week. And yeah, they didn't pull any of the ports out. They just covered them. Like we got to hook you back up when you come in. So, I glanced at something about Melania and didn't pay attention to it. Oh, was this the Melania's not really Melania?
Fake Melania Trump thing again.
Yeah, he sent me the picture. Let's pull that up. Where is that at? Was that in our group chat? I didn't think that was in the group.
What?
Where he sent it to me. Stun, didn't you send that to me? I know I saw it. Did you tweet it at me? I have no clue. I have no memory of this. This one. Okay. Now, this picture is clearly not Melania. Clearly not. But I also have to say it looks photoshopped. And I'll tell you why I say that, guys. You see how bright her chin is?
Yeah.
How bright her right there on her forehead is? and there's a light glaring straight into that. It doesn't match the rest of her, and she's in an enclosed area like that. The sun is not out until it hits Donald's hair right here. There's not anything that should be lighting up her face that much.
Well, and follow her eyes where her body positioning is. See, her left shoulder is up against that wall there, that little bit of wall. The way her head's tilted, she's looking right at the edge of the doorway. So she's staring and smiling at a door, like the door frame.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if this is real or not, but that looks Photoshopped to me.
Life model decoy bought at Goodwill. Yeah, won't surprise me. Yeah, I think it's a really good deep fake Photoshop job, but it wouldn't surprise me if they do have body doubles for some of the high-ranking officials in government, just for protection purposes, so somebody can go somewhere and not have be a target, you know.
Oh, definitely. But again, I don't know where the source of that picture is. I haven't seen that. Some guy just posted it to Twitter. Is what it is.
Can we look at the pilot for a second?
Sure.
Because
where'd that go? Pull it back up on the screen. There you are.
That pilot, he has to poop. Look at his eyes. That dude is sitting there like, come on, I'm clenching as tight as possible, man.
I'm gonna fill this bird up.
Yeah, because he either is a very determined human being or he is holding in a massive poo. Like he had some bad curry or something, and he's like, dude, come on, it's about to get stinky in here.
Yeah, so I have no idea if that's real or not. If it is, it's weird lighting on it. Weird lighting.
Well, the lighting on her face doesn't match what's on her neck and the other exposed parts at all. So I don't know. It looks weird. Grown up Ben Shapiro.
Oh man. What time we got? Okay. Excuse me, so sorry. I took my medicine right before we started, so this is my normal yawn time anyway, but it might be worse because I took that. Random says, with a title like this, you didn't invite me? I said a little bit random, didn't I? Or kind of random. I didn't say full-blown random. How dare you? She has a mask tan. That could be it, but you would still expect it to be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Defined.
It might just be like a weird makeup job or something, but it doesn't look like her.
It definitely doesn't look like her. But there's nothing wrong with using body doubles.
Yeah, like I don't care. That's probably something that I would think they would do. I know other world leaders do that, where they have somebody that looks vaguely like them, that from a distance nobody's going to notice the difference.
With all of the death threats against the president, would you be carrying your wife around?
Not all the time, no. And maybe she doesn't want to go somewhere sometime. So they're like, all right, Agent Jones, you get to go. You're going to be the first lady for a few hours.
Yeah.
And then they just dress up some Secret Service agent or whatever to look like whatever person they need to substitute for.
And then Trump's like, how would you like to be the first lady forever?
You have to fulfill all the first lady duties.
Let's be honest. He hasn't exactly been faithful to his wives over the years. He's put his willy around.
Yeah, so. You know that you know what you're getting into most of the time in these relationships. So
sure. But I don't care about that stuff when it comes to a president. Even with Kamala, I wouldn't care about her sucking her way to the top if she just admit it.
Yeah.
Because, hey, you use the gifts God gave you. And if you're willing to fuck Willie Brown, oh my, that guy's ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
And she was happy to bang him. And then that bitch had the nerve. I don't owe him anything. Really? Really? your first 2 jobs and your DA of, what was it, Los Angeles? All are thanks to him. You don't owe him. You literally owe that man your career. At least have the fucking decency to admit it and thank him. Jesus. Anyhow, sorry, that annoys me. I did this all myself. No, you didn't. Stop it. I don't owe him anything. Yes, you do. You owe him a thank you at the very least. You probably owe him a cut of your salary.
Well, he does deserve a happy ending.
He better got to put it in your butt. Anyway, I don't know. That's why I always go to that. I just think it's the funniest.
And we are brought to you by you.
And there's a reason for that.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
That speaks for itself, don't it? Oh, Chatmort looking beautiful as always down there in the on her Twitter page. Oh, I meant to send everybody over there because she was on when we started and I forgot all about it. I'm so sorry, chat. I meant to do that. Next time I see you streaming when I'm about to, I'll do that. You know who Chatmort is, right?
Oh, yeah. I follow her. I think. I should be. Unless they unsubscribe me again. I got unsubscribed from a bunch of people.
She's very pretty. She's also smart, and I like it. We do disagree sometimes because she tends to be more. I don't want to say she's anti-porn. But there's. I know there's stuff we've argued about that's been kind of porny kind of stuff.
Yeah, she seems like a cool chick though.
Oh, she's wonderful. I love her. She's a sweetheart. Pat says Chatmort is a hottie. Well, I don't know if she's in the 17 to 21 crowd, so I got to be careful what I say. Christ. Because I don't give a fuck. Naughtiest, thank you so much. Brought to you by What in the Butt? Let's not be anal about it. No, not by What in the Butt. That's your local strip club. Yeah, we are brought to you by you. If you enjoy the show, please hit the like button, please share, and please consider throwing some money at Jack because he's a wonderful person. I have not heard enough thank yous from Jack for donations tonight. So throw money at him, guys. He's wonderful. He's a good guy. He needs to eat. We like when Jack gets to eat, y'all.
I'm a fan. That's why I'm fat.
Oh, that kitty looks like my Spot. So my kitty, I had to give up my cat when we moved from Virginia. His name was Spot. And he was a wonderful cat because he only liked me. Seriously. And the only other person that he ever liked was my wife. All my other girlfriends, he's like, fuck that bitch. And that may be why I was like, yeah, she's the one. Yeah, because Spot loved her. All my other
side.
Yeah, they were like, fuck that. A cat named Spot. Yes, he had a spot on his nose. And it was a spot on his nose and a half mustache. It was cute as shit. And he was fluffy and furry, and I just loved him. But yeah, he didn't like anyone else. And then she comes along, and he's purred right up to her. I'm like, that's fucking weird. Guess you're a keeper. Yeah, but we had to get rid of him when I left. He became the neighbor's cat.
Oh.
And had a very good long life. They took very good care of him.
Cat stealing bastards.
When you're a Navy brat, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, that sucks. So,
Lancelot, thank you. I disagree. Put it in the mouth to keep her quiet. You can get a ball gag for that, man. I don't think there's any such thing as a butt gag. I know there's butt plugs, but that's not a butt gag. She can still toot around it.
Yeah, I suppose.
Nadia says, I'd throw more money at him if he were up on a pole. How you know he's not?
You don't know what I'm doing.
You don't know what he's up to.
That reminds me. Did we play? We haven't played the clip of Biden saying the thing on here.
No, we haven't.
And I really think we were burying the lead without playing that at some point tonight.
Do you still have the link? Because you just sent it to me in the chat over on the other stream.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Give me 1 second to pull it up.
That isn't a big enough plug. Dear God, how big do you want? Air can get around most. Will you put a fucking O-ring in there with some sealant? Good Lord.
We're going to need some expanding foam on this one.
Bring in that silicone caulking. God, man, you play rough. Oh, should we get one for assholes like Tana? I don't get the reference. Let's put a smile on that a-hole. You guys are weird. Why y'all talk like this? There's ladies in the audience, for fuck's sake. Wait. What was that? Oh, I saw Prospero say, speaking of anal, I thought we were going to get an old person sex story. Instead, she was talking about Eufio. We already brought him up and talked about him. How you doing? How you doing tonight, sweetheart? I hope you're well. I don't know how the old rednecks do it in the butt or not. I have no point of reference, you know.
Yeah, I'm good on not knowing.
I don't know that I've ever learned of anybody I know in real life doing anal and been like, thank you for sharing that with me. I'm glad to know that about you. And Prospero says, I am, thank you. Oh, okay. She's into the anal. All right. Hey, look, I'm not judging. Speaking of anal, we have Joe Biden saying this.
We're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for our administration, the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Yep, he said it. Let's hear him say it again.
Before this, we have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
We put together the biggest, most extensive voter fraud in American politics. Wow.
At least he can admit it.
Prospero says, you asked how I was, you nasty man. That was what my response was about, and you damn well know it. Look, I don't know what you're into.
Now we both know she's right, but we're not going to admit that.
No, because look, by the time we got to her saying I am, I said, I don't know what she's into, and it pops up, I am. Thank you for asking. You're welcome. I didn't know you were so proud of it. I don't know what y'all are into in the redneck world. Thank you, Karamon, who says Joe and his Ricky Bobby hands are too funny. Yeah, I want to play the first part again.
Look over at the stream if you can, where you paused it, and I don't know, my screen might be a little behind, but it had his hands up like he was about to catch a football.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
that was funny.
Why is this? Oh shit! Don't do this to me now.
That football was named Hunter.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
No, I can. But Chrome just crashed. I will be right back.
Okay.
Damn it. Thank you, Google. You got to talk, Jack.
Well, you're still here, so I didn't want to say anything.
There you go.
So what's up, chat? How y'all doing? It's just us now. Monkey will be back shortly. We don't have much time. Waiting for the flip-offs. Yeah, no shit. On WD-40. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. That clip of Biden made my day. I don't know about you guys, but that's worth listening to a lot. I laughed quite a bit. Oh, hey, Gulf City Johnny Blaze. Oh, there's multiple monkeys up there now. Oh, no, that's just
the other one. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little sketchy there for a second, but I'm sure it'll even out.
Okay. I still don't have chat back open, so give me a second on that. I do want to show it again because I want you to pay attention because that part is, of course, funny. Absolutely. But the mannerisms leading up to it, that's the part that really jumped out at me because I'm sure, or I'm hoping he misspoke there.
Well, it was either brutal honesty or a total Alzheimer's moment.
Poker, take your ass to bed. You better be watching us on a phone right now. In bed. Prospero says there's so many better things I could be doing. I think I'll go find one. Oh, she's going to get it in. What in the butt?
No, she's going to go find a bunch of middle fingers to flip you off with. That's what she's doing. She's like, I am going to craft giant middle fingers to send a monkey.
I feel like that's not what she's doing. What did this open? Okay, there we go.
I don't know.
Well, I use the thing to reopen the windows that close when it crash, and sometimes it doesn't load them all the way, so it's just a blank screen.
Ah.
All right. Watch his mannerisms up to about the 10-second mark, right about here.
We're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for our the President Obama's administration.
You see all that?
It's fidgeting.
The talk. That's not a stutter.
No, that's an old person trying to figure their words out. They're trying to think how they're going to phrase it
together.
Right
and
here.
You guys did it for our the President Obama's administration before this.
That is just glaring. And this is the stuff that they call his stutter. That's not a stutter.
No, those are motor control issues, like Brian just said in chat. That is the sign of neurological degradation. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion from my experience, but I think he's got severe dementia or Alzheimer's, and maybe they're controlling it with drugs, but you can only mask it for so long. And he's been screwing up more and more. I think that's why he's not out on the trail like he should be.
It is odd that we have none of his other stuttering did we ever hear about until this campaign. We didn't hear about it in his other presidential runs. It was never. I have a stutter that never came out, and
well, you'll notice in that clip he started saying something in like our, and then switched it to. He backpedaled and said the president, because he was talking about Obama. So the way he did that, he was trying to form words, trying to think of the correct words. And he's backpedaling halfway through a word. And that is not a stutter. That is proof that there was something cognitively wrong there. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. He's old.
No, and the first real mention of his stutter is from an article in 2015. And that might be part of why they were like, yeah, Joe, don't run. But it was definitely Hillary's turn. We had that. But that might have been part of it, that they knew he was already on the cognitive decline.
Yeah.
Because look, I'm not saying he never had a stutter. A stutter is something you have to work to overcome. And throughout his career, there's no real other instance of this happening. You'll notice, like, when he's yelling at the chick, calling her a dog-faced pony soldier, he doesn't stutter during that at all. But what can happen is you learn something, and then your brain unlearns it as you're getting older. Or especially if your brain's going down, like Joe's quite obviously is. Like you said, they can only mask this for so long.
Yeah, and it's disgusting because this is elder abuse. The
It
man
is.
clearly has issues. We've been saying this for months, and people are just catching on now.
What I really don't understand, and because we know the DNC fucks with their primaries, we know it. It's not a secret. Why they didn't like come in and help Kamala, keep her in it, I'm wondering if they thought, that Joe being Obama's number 2 would help carry the black vote better than having a black woman as their lead, or if they realized that she is so left that nobody would really vote for her and Trump would have won in a landslide.
Yeah. It's possible some of it was just the regular racism of like she can't do it on her own.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I think it's mostly that she's just a terrible candidate. But I don't think they realized at first how bad Joe was off.
That could be it too. I think honestly they didn't have a better candidate than Joe. I think that's what it boils down to, because Kamala really is quite left.
Yeah.
She's Bernie left.
And Biden's an acceptable face that the moderates will vote for. So they put him out there and they know they can retire him. Like Brian said in chat, he's a Trojan horse. And then they can sneak in a super lefty that will be the first woman of color president and unelected, but they still get that win. They're more worried about winning than they are about somebody's mental health. This is disgusting. And the early on when I first started saying that Joe was in mental decline, so many people were like, no, he's not. And they were all Democrats.
Yeah.
But it's getting more and more obvious to some of them that there's something wrong with him.
Well, this is among the many reasons you don't see a lot of enthusiastic support for Joe.
Yeah. And honestly, I think that's why they're keeping people distanced at his rallies, so you can't get close enough to get a good look at the way his body is, because there's a lot of visual tells the way people fidget with things that he's doing now. You saw him moving his hands around. He tends to wander. We all saw that video of him on that Skype call or whatever, where he like wandered away from the camera, talking into the phone. And he did that in one of the things where Jill was talking. He was like meandering around in the background. So I think that's part of the reason they're socially distancing so much. Whereas Trump rallies, people are like, yeah, fuck it, let's take the risk.
Angry, thank you so much. Says the problem is they're more interested in winning than what's best for the country.
Sadly.
I think that's true, but I think that's true for any political run. I'm just being honest. They want the person who's going to give them the best chance of winning, which, by the way, is really sad that was Joe.
Yeah.
A 2-time loser, 3-time loser. I can't remember how many times he's run. I know it's at least twice before this. Yeah. Who literally had to drop out because he's a lying thief. Who's into at least the early stages of dementia. That's their best candidate.
Yeah.
But to be honest, if they'd been smart, they could have run anyone else, because it's not about who they're running right now. It's not. They're not out there touting Joe's plans. They're out there touting that Joe's going to do different. They could have done that with anybody.
Yeah.
And it's really sad that this is why I agree with you that it's elder abuse, because there's no reason to have run Joe. Somebody should have pulled him aside at the beginning and went, dude, don't do it. Don't do it. Nuts just sent us something from Tucker Carlson from the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what this is. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, wait, you didn't watch it first? Nope, it's Nuts. I trust her. I don't think Nuts would really do anything to harm the show. Not that I think anybody else would, but I don't think she would send me something during the show and be like, you should watch this, and in the middle of it, somebody's yelling, fuck that cunt, that kind of thing.
I do it a few times, and you're like, come on, man.
The Caramon, thank you. The best chance of winning should be the person who's best for the country. Says a lot about the electorate, doesn't it? the electorate, doesn't it? Too many idiots out there.
Yeah.
Well, especially right now, there are people like, this is the worst the country's ever been. It's not. It's been worse. We had a fucking war between ourselves. But we do tend to go in these waves of partisanship where like it gets hyper partisan and it'll come down to more of a level and then go hyper partisan again and then back. So it's just kind of the trend right now. And yeah, there's a lot of stupid people out there. All right. This is Tucker setting the record straight about Whoopi. I don't know what that means. So let's find out.
Is a former actress from the 1980s who now
good.
Yeah.
Okay. Can it go up at all? It can go up just a touch, so we'll do that because it seemed just a touch low to me.
appears on a daytime entertainment show on ABC, often under the stage name Whoopi Goldberg. Johnson usually sticks to celebrity-related topics, of course, but this morning, a producer told her there had been a presidential debate, so she decided to weigh in on national politics. Somehow, Johnson became convinced that people out there were being mean to the last night's.
I didn't mean to click her boobie. Is he like refusing to call her Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Debate moderator, Kristen Welker of NBC. And for no good reason. So who would do something like that? Well, according to Karen Johnson, we would. This show. Watch.
And I want Fox News to apologize to Kristen for the nasty way they've been treating her before this debate. I want them to apologize. Yes. I want Tucker Carlson to apologize to her.
Apologize? Well, we certainly would do that, except no one here can remember ever mentioning Kristen Welker's name on our air. We've never attacked Kristen Welker, or honestly ever wanted to attack her. Some of the questions she asked last night obviously were loaded. She's probably a liberal, but she's far from the most unreasonable person in the media, not even close. In fact, by current standards, she did a pretty good job last night. She came off as more fair than some who've moderated debates.
I want to talk about that because that's true, but it was still a horrible job. Just saying.
Yeah.
This Chiron there is bullshit. What he just said, that annoys me. And it is funny that he's pointing this out, that apparently his show's never even mentioned her. But this is bullshit. You know, being okay with the way she acted is why the others act so bad.
Yeah.
This is considered good. She was clearly fucking on the Democrat side. She was out there rooting for Joe. She saved him several times. She refused to follow up in the same way she followed up with Trump. So either she's stupid or she was one-sided.
Good for her. So sorry, Karen Johnson, you got the wrong show. Call us when you've got a Kardashian update. The original Karen, it turns out.
Fair enough. I didn't even know that it popped up as a controversy.
Either.
I loved Whoopi Goldberg in Jumpin' Jack Flash and in Fatal Beauty.
Sister Act.
Sister Act wasn't bad, actually. I like the music in Sister Act.
The second one was really bad.
But there was some good music in that one too. I like choir music, and they do a good job presenting those with the oh fuck, what's it called when they put music together?
Composition.
Composition, that might be the word I'm looking for. But anyway, Color Purple was a shit movie. I'm sorry. It's about a woman who gets abused. I don't like watching women get beat. I don't know why that gets Oscars. If you beat a woman in a movie, you will get an Oscar. I don't know why. If you rape a movie or a woman in a movie, you're going to get an Oscar. I don't know why.
Did Harvey Weinstein set the standards?
Maybe. Didn't The Accused win an Oscar?
I think it did.
Isn't that the one that made that horrible acting ugly bitch famous?
No,
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster was famous before that.
But that's the one where she became a serious actress.
Yeah, that was her like big serious role.
Yeah. I still hate her. She thinks acting is whispering. That's not acting. That's whispering. The only movie I enjoyed her in was Nell, and because I like to picture her at home that way.
Wow.
Anyway, it's true. It's the only one I like, and it's because of that. Because she thinks serious acting is just going into a whisper. Oh my God, you guys! I'm so scared right now. Stop it! Nell was good. I actually didn't like the movie at all. I just think it's funny that the only thing that was missing was her eating her own shit. Jodie was good in Silence of the Lamb. You're not look. When it comes to when people are like, what's a movie that you hate that everyone loves? Because we talked about that the other day, and I said Fight Club. If you want to know the movie that everyone loves that Monkey hates, it's Silence of the Lambs. I thought that movie was crap.
I thought Buffalo Bill was fun.
I thought that movie was garbage. And I watched it a second time. It's like, maybe I missed something. So I watched it a few years later. I'm like, no, this is fucking stupid. But everybody loved it except me. I'm okay with being the outsider, and I'm glad other people love it. I just didn't like it. Is what it is. And it might have been that Whispering Nell was in it. You bastard, Mike. Look, I just didn't like it. I didn't see the appeal. It wasn't a horrible movie, you know. But I was like,
monkey in the basket.
Like that's kind of stupid. Anyhow, I thought it was a shame that Anthony Hopkins was used that way with Whisper Chick across from him. Like, Jesus Christ, at least get somebody in here who can act. I might have an issue.
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little. But what was the one that Whoopi Goldberg did when she lived alone in her apartment and she was like a shut-in? It was all around that same time.
Panic Room?
No. Panic Room was Jodie Foster.
Oh.
Whoopi Goldberg. Telephone. Yes. That's it. That's it. That was a really stupid movie, but I enjoyed it too. Jumpin' Jack Flash is dumb as shit.
Yeah,
that's a great movie. It's a great movie. Stop it.
I'm not a huge Whoopi Goldberg fan.
A little black woman in a big silver box. That's amazing.
There's a comment in there somewhere, but I'm not sure how to make it happen.
No, I love that one. I really liked Fatal Beauty, but that was probably more Sam Elliott. You can put Sam Elliott in anything, and I'm going to watch it.
He was in a Biden ad.
I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, he does.
Sam Elliott is probably the only man who could actually turn me gay. That is a beautiful man who is too beautiful for this world.
He needs to keep his damn mustache.
He does. When he shaves that down, like, stop it. How dare you? Yeah, Sister Act, we've all seen that. Yeah, Sam Elliott in Roadhouse. I mean, Roadhouse is an exceptionally stupid movie. But yeah. Sam Elliott's, and then they kill him. How dare they?
Spoiler alert.
If I'm spoiling Roadhouse for you at this point, Nut says he shaved. Yeah, I know. Him and I really wish Virgil had a bigger part in Tombstone. Because it's fucking Sam Elliott.
Oh, the man was born to be in Westerns.
Yeah. You know who's I actually did not think he would be good in Westerns was Tom Selleck.
Yeah,
and
surprisingly good.
He kind of has that look to him too. He's got the rugged out living on the prairie look to him.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott is awesome in everything he's in. I know, right? It's not fair.
He was great in Frogs.
Miles Kinslow says, I hated American Beauty. I didn't like American Beauty all that much. It was an okay movie. I understood the artsy crap they were going for.
Yeah, overrated.
Way overrated. And I was disappointed because it was so talked up and it came out on video, and that's back when you rented videos. And I rented it and got it home and watched it. I'm like, I just watched a movie about a dude filming a bag.
Yes, you did. Yes, you absolutely did.
I love the end of Not Another Teen Movie where they do the spoof of that. And the main character beats the shit out of the bag. I just fucking love that shit. Space Jam was huge for my childhood. I saw Space Jam. It's another one I wasn't that impressed with, but I didn't hate it either. I didn't like Lola Bunny. We didn't need that. Just saying. I was bored by American Beauty. I understand that as well. The problem is Kevin Spacey is a really good actor, and I'm a fan of Kevin Spacey's acting. He's a shitbag of a human who should probably be in prison. But
I'm not sad.
I'm not sad either. But The Negotiator, fucking excellent movie, and he does a great job in that. The Ref, excellent movie that he does a really good job in. And so I've seen, some of his stuff, and like, oh, I'll watch that. It's Kevin Spacey, for fuck's sake, and everybody's talking about how great it is. I don't think it's horrible. I just think way overrated. Kevin Spacey never turned me gay. He didn't turn me gay either. I just think he's actually a good actor. Unfortunately, he's also probably belongs in prison. Glenn Ross, never watched it. And I know that was another one that everybody was supposed to see. I never saw it.
It's a good adaptation of a play. And if you like plays, you'll like it.
Oh, then I'll probably check it. I love plays. I do.
Yeah, it works like a play. It's the way it's shot, because it's based on a play. But the way they film it is very much like a play. It takes place largely in a couple of spots. And the interactions are mostly dialogue and the way people are doing things. So it's worth checking out. I like that movie. It's not my typical type of movie either.
Caramon says The Ref was fantastic. It's Christmas time, guys. If you haven't seen, it's coming up. Sorry, just after Halloween. I know we're supposed to say Christmas, so after Halloween. But if you've never seen The Ref, it's a great Christmas movie.
It's not as good as Die Hard, though.
No, of course, nothing is. How many movies are as good as Die Hard?
I don't know, but that Fat Man looks like it might be pretty close.
I want to see that.
Right?
I really want to see that. Yeah, lots of people saying The Ref is great. The Ref and Digstown are probably my two most underrated movies that I can think of off the top of my head, because both of those are fucking amazing. Have you watched Digstown yet?
No.
Find it and watch it. You like James Woods, right?
Oh, yeah. Everybody likes James Woods.
Go support the man's career. Go watch it. It's got him, Louis Gossett Jr., for fuck's sake. Oliver Platt is in it. The guy who plays the bad guy, he always plays a bad guy. It is such a fucking wonderful movie. If anybody's seen it, back me up here. Digstown was fucking amazing. It was funny. There's just enough drama in it, and I don't want to give anything else away about it, because you have to watch it. It's such a fucking great movie. Cannot talk that one up enough. I'm gonna reach out to James Woods and tell him that you've never watched it, and I've been telling you to watch it, and please tell you to watch the damn movie.
Good luck with that.
Caramon says, yeah, Digstown was great. Fucking, it's really good, dude. It is worth whatever you can do to find the movie and watch it. It really is.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
It's one of those movies that I picked up as like, I'm a Louis Gossett Jr. fan.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I'll watch it. And that's one that I've probably seen 50 times. It's fucking amazing. I love it. Brian says, on my bucket list. You should watch it. Seriously, go find it. It is, you'll thank me. I promise you, you'll thank me. And again, I'm not going to tell you anything else about it because I don't want to ruin the movie, and it can be ruined the first time you see it. What's that? Make Biden Trump's bitch again? I don't think that needs to be done.
I think Hunter's doing that for him just fine.
The other one Louis Gossett Jr. was in with Gilbert from Revenge of the Nerds. What's his name? Anthony Edwards. It was the HBO movie El Diablo. It's a cowboy movie. It's a Western. Fucking amazing. Very underrated movie that I've been trying to find for a long time. I haven't seen it in years, but really, really good movie. Some Diablos come into El Diablo. He's a Mexican bandito, and he comes into a town where Louis Gossett Jr. is and steals. Not Louis, where Anthony Edwards is a teacher and steals the love of his life, and he's of course a prissy little school teacher, and nobody will go find her because nobody wants to go fuck with this thing. So he goes and finds a cowboy to help him out. It's a great movie.
Huh.
That one I'd not seen. El Diablo, right? Yes, El Diablo. It's a fucking good movie. Really good movie. And yes, Moon-Based Security. It is Goose. When it comes to Anthony Edwards, he will always be Gilbert to me because that's the first role I ever saw him in. That I remember seeing him. Then I saw him in what was the paintball movie he was in?
Gotcha.
Yep, I saw that one. And then Top Gun, and then he went on to do ER.
How sad is it that I knew Gotcha right off the bat?
I'm sad you know Gotcha and not Digstown. I'm serious.
Own Jim Cotta if it's any consolation.
Then again, Lewis was in Jaws 3. You know what? He was good. His acting was good in that. He couldn't save Jaws 3 in 3D because that was a shitty movie, but still. I didn't say everything he's in is good. He's just a really good actor.
Yeah, there's a lot of actors like that their career took a sad path. Like, they deserved better than that.
Well, I mean, thankfully the man got his Oscar. He deserved it for An Officer and a Gentleman. Which, again, you know why he's one of my favorite actors? Because of him in that fucking movie. Anybody been in the military? Did he have that fucking drill sergeant down or not? Oh my God. That man, I was sitting up straight watching that. Yes, sir. And that's old school drill sergeants back when they could beat your fucking ass before they turned them all pussy and shit. Not the drills, but the training. There's a great part in that movie where who's the guy from oh shit, what's he went on to play in one of the CSI spinoffs.
Mark Harmon.
No. And he was on NYPD Blue. Somebody help me out here.
David Caruso?
Yes, he was in An Officer and a Gentleman. And Louis Gossett Jr. invites somebody up there to do some martial arts instruction. And he David Caruso is the one who stands up and goes up there, and he whispers to the guy next to him, "Don't worry, he can't touch me. It's against the rules." Louis Gossett Jr. is like choking this motherfucker out. He asked me, what does he say? He says, "How much do you want to live?" or something like that. And he says, "What?" He said, "I ask you how much or how bad do you want to live?" Because I don't understand the drill instructor's question. So he grabs him by the throat, throws him on the ground, and holds him and goes, "Do you want to live enough to break me from your neck, pussy?" And she's like, "Damn!" Oh, yeah, it's great. Yes, David Caruso was in there. There's a lot of people who were in that movie that you won't recognize in that movie. The girl who played in Beverly Hills Cop, the blonde.
Oh, yeah.
She's Sugar Britches in that. She's the girl who is going through the training with him. She has red hair in that instead of the blonde hair. The guy who went on to play Griff on Married with Children. He's in that. Who else? Yeah, there's a lot of people who were in that movie. It's a great fucking movie. David Keith was in it. And he hangs himself by his own belt.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a puss in that movie, says your boy. He was. He really was. That was such a great movie, though. Such a good movie. I love it. I haven't watched it in a little while, but favorite movie of all time. I tell some people it's Casablanca just because I want them to think I'm more sophisticated than I am. But Casablanca is actually probably about 4 on my list because it would go An Officer and a Gentleman. I fucking love that movie. Followed by, it's kind of a tie between like Naked Gun and Airplane. Those two come next, and then Casablanca, because that is a really good movie too. Yes, we're talking about movies. Suck it. Don't you guys listen to the first things we say in Lords of the Night? Movies is part of that, because you know why we talk about movies?
Because we tend to get off topic very easily.
I just like movies, man. And sometimes it's nice to just kick back and not talk politics.
Stunlock earlier asked me if I owned Gleaming the Cube, and I do. I have that on DVD. That is a Christian Slater film where he uses his skateboard to avenge his brother's death.
I never saw that one.
Everybody should see that one. It is a horrible film.
Now, see, I'm recommending you watch good things, and you're like, watch this horrible shit.
You appreciate good movies more by seeing a lot of terrible ones. I promise you. And your standards will drop, so mediocrity looks great. Yeah, his Korean brother.
Let's see. The only things I've seen Christian Slater in that I can remember would be Young Guns 2, Pump Up the Volume, and Heathers.
Cuffs and
Nope.
Hard Rain, which was actually a fun movie. He fights Morgan Freeman in a gang of robbers.
No, I haven't seen. I've seen Black Rain with Michael Douglas.
I didn't like that movie that much.
It wasn't good.
No.
It was a bad action film.
But yeah, in Hard Rain, he plays a like a Brinks driver, and they're driving through this area that's getting flooded, and they have to get out of there, and it's all set up to get robbed, and they're after the money, but the water's rising, and he refuses to give them the money.
Oh, nice.
It's a fun film. It's really dumb, but it's fun. It's got Morgan Freeman in it.
RJS, wasn't Matt LeBlanc in Married with Children? Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people that were married with children. Matt LeBlanc was in there. The guy who played Angel was in there. The guy who plays Phoebe's brother, Giovanni Ribisi, who has my favorite name ever. He's in it. In one episode, he plays Bud's. He might actually be in 2 episodes, but he plays Bud's, one of Bud's friends. Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of models from that time who were in that show. You know who else is in there? Bobby Brown is in one episode.
Really?
Yeah, the episode where they live in the supermarket.
Oh.
I was watching one the other day, Jack, and it reminded me of a joke I think we should tell.
Oh, no.
This is a joke from the 80s, you guys. What do dog do and women have in common?
What?
The older they get, the easier they are to pick up.
That's not wrong.
It's not, but you know, it's not polite anymore. Oh man, yeah. There's a lot of people in there, but yeah, that Bobby Brown, she's in that one, and she's wearing her short shorts, and she keeps bending over. Oh my god, Al keeps throwing things on the ground, going, "Miss, I think you dropped something." And it's wonderful. It's fucking wonderful. If you guys don't know who Bobby Brown is, we're not talking about the New Edition band member who went on to sing the awesome theme song to the second Ghostbusters.
I thought you were going with My Prerogative on that one.
Now, My Prerogative's okay, but no, the Ghostbusters 2. I don't know what the name of the song is, but I like that. It's still not as good as the Ghostbusters thing. But
Ray Park Jr., you can't beat that.
No. But no, not crack Bobby Brown. Go look up Bobby Brown, Bobby with an I, if you've never seen her. If you've ever seen the video for Cherry Pie, that's Bobby Brown. Oh, I had such a thing for Bobby Brown. I think I still do. Last time I saw her, she was trying to hawk a Time Life hair metal set.
Well, she's working at least.
And she still looked good. On Our Own. Thank you, Faithless. Yeah, that's the name of the Ghostbusters 2 song. I hated what they did with Ghostbusters 2. Where they bring them in and it's like, no, the ghosts weren't really real. It was all fake. Like, there was a giant marshmallow man exploded. the fuck? Okay. Let's say, for argument's sake, Jack, that everything else was fake. Where the fuck you think they got that much marshmallow from? Exactly.
Russia?
Exactly. Oh God. I got to look something up real fast.
Okay. Let's talk about good movies like Gymkata. It's a combination of gymnastics and karate. And it's an amazing film. It's a great Cold War film that just didn't get the recognition it deserved. And Gotcha was a fun film, but it did have Anthony Edwards in it. So that kind of drops it down a peg. So if you're going to watch one, the lesson here is watch Gymkata. And then watch Delta Force, because that was awesome too.
Let me see if I can find it. What is Chinkata? What?
Gymkata. It's gymnastics and karate combined in the most ludicrous ways. Like, that movie is unintentionally hilarious.
There's Bobby Brown from the Married with Children episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Fucking love Bobby Brown.
Her boobs are a little too big, but you know.
They are, but that's why I like that they kept making her bend over. Because I mean, they did sometimes focus on the front, but I was watching the backside when they'd show it. Anyway, anybody remember Gotcha Guns made by LJN? No. So Bobby Brown is a bimbo. I don't care. She can be as dumb as she wants to be. Did you see that? She had other assets. Plus, she married. Didn't she marry the lead singer of Warrant, and then he died? Jamie, what's his nuts?
Oh, Jamie Lane or something Lane. Right?
Jamie Lane.
Yeah.
Jamie Lane. One of the two. Yeah, and then
Jamie.
Yeah, poor bastard died young. But he got to tap Bobby Brown, so he went out a winner.
Yeah. Well, it's like banging Tawny Katane in her prime.
I was never a fan. She had a nice body, but her face I wasn't a fan of.
I thought she was cute for a overly tan ginger.
By the way, also on Married with Children.
Yeah. And if you want to see her boobs, rent Witchboard.
Oh, I've seen Witchboard.
Yeah. Her boobs, that shower scene, you see her boobs.
That movie creeped me the fuck out.
Yeah, it's a freaky movie. Gave him a multiple sadness, man. The tires pop. Yeah.
Didn't he kill himself? Is that what happened to Janie Lane? I just remember the fucker's dead. How the fuck can you hate Cherry Pie? That is a wonderful song.
It's no Uncle Tom's Cabin, but it's a fun song.
I love that song, man. And the video had Bobby Brown, so it's like a win-win. I don't remember a whole lot about the movie Witchboard. I just remember that it creeped me the fuck out and made me afraid of Ouija boards.
Yeah, the first one was the best one. Yeah, FX is a very underrated movie, Caramon. The first one.
I didn't see FX, but I have seen FX2, which I didn't hate.
Yeah, the first one's better, I thought. I've got both of them on VHS still.
I'm just looking at what we got in check because we're gonna round it up, wrap it up. That's the words I'm looking for. My Joe Biden moment. If Bobby Brown married Bobby Brown, well, then she'd be a crackhead and dead like poor Whitney Houston. What did she die of?
Didn't she die of a drug overdose?
Is that what it was?
I think so.
Poker, what are you doing? This dude. I appreciate the support. I really do, but you really should be taking care of yourself. And we'll wrap up here. I am going to go play a gaming stream, and Stun, if you want to come play, I'll send you the numbers. But we're going to go play some more Phasmophobia because I haven't played in like almost 24 hours, and I'm starting to get twitchy. Dude, the Ouija board worked for me last night, and it creeped me out a little bit. I asked the ghost how long she'd been dead, and it told me, like, what was it, 403 years?
Damn.
I'm like, you're in an awful new house. The fuck they do? Indian burial ground shit here?
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna go play some Phasmophobia over on Ranting Monkey Games, which is linked below. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. I appreciate the way you guys show up, and that is why I do what I do. It's to hopefully entertain you guys for a little bit, maybe take you out of your overly political lives for a little while. That's again, Jack, that's why I like to just go off sometimes on other shit. We are about to get very political, whether we want to or not, because the election is not that far away. What are we, 9 days out now?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's November 3rd, and today's the 26th. And yeah, we're a week and a day. No, a week and 2 days. Yeah, so 9 days. Hey, I can add. If you have Amazon Prime in the US, which board is included with Prime? Oh, I'll have to check it out. I haven't watched it in a long time. I'm going to be alone most of the day tomorrow.
Yeah, you should be watching that and Phantasm too.
I picked up some horror movies at Walmart in the cheap stuff, so I'll see what's going on.
Have you watched House on Haunted Hill yet?
No, I still need to.
Dude, it's
But
only
look,
10 episodes. It's great.
Lady Monkey was nice, and she said she'd watch a horror film with me. I'm like, you don't have to. She goes, you were so sad the other day when you said nobody would watch with you. I was like, no, baby, no, because she hates them. I know she does, so I don't want to make her watch one. So I'm hoping to have to be up enough tomorrow that I get to enjoy the house to myself, watching horror movies, which is probably not a good idea for me.
Well, it'll give you something to think about while you're sitting up at 2 a.m. with the door behind you and strange noises.
This house creaks all the time. I'm fairly certain there's a ghost in here. And just to be safe, I'm going to need to watch this downstairs in my bedroom, which I told you guys I have mostly blacked out so I can sleep during the day. I'm going to be in the basement watching horror movies alone. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the donations. Seriously, we are brought to you by you, and we appreciate that you make your money our money, because we try to entertain, and we hope we do a good job. Jack, anything you'd like to shill?
I'll drop a link to my latest video. And as always, thank you for the donations. You guys are amazing, like he said.
Going to be over on my channel, Ranting Monkey Games, in just a couple of minutes. The link is below. There's also links to Twitter and Patreon for me and Jack. Our Teespring stores are down there, as well as all of our channel links. So check them out. Thank you guys for watching. Jack, thank you so much for joining me. Somebody did ask what game. We're playing Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia. It's a ghost hunting game. So come check it out. Everybody, have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
I don't know what I should sing about. Probably gonna be about my wiener. Why do I always sing about my wiener? I don't know. Why do you listen to me sing about my wiener?